Hello friends, today we will understand scientific reasons and regular habits behind Hinduism religion. I will try to explain to you, with scientific proof of 20 regular day-to-day things which all Hindus do, and this gives a clear picture of Hindu religion as a very scientific religion. 20 reasons why Hinduism is very scientific religion. Hindu Dharma is scientific as it is based on what can be known, intuited, and experienced. There is no need for any blind belief to qualify for heaven. The rishis had profound insights not only in spiritual, but also worldly matters. The Rig Veda 10:22-14 states that earth is round, go around the sun, etc., yet even Hindu children don't hear about it. Yoga is a verified science, and whosoever denies it, should understand it before calling it a pseudoscience. It's not even religious in nature or the definition by a far margin. Also, Hatha Yoga is depicted as a form of aerobics and nothing more. 1. Joining both palms together to greet. In Hindu culture, people greet each other by joining their palms, termed as Namaskar. The general reason behind this tradition is that greeting by joining both the palms means respect. However, scientifically speaking, joining both hands ensures joining the tips of all the fingers together, which are denoted to the pressure points of eyes, ears, and mind. Pressing them together is said to activate the pressure points, which helps us remember that person for a long time. And no germs since we don't make any physical contact. 2. Why do Hindu women wear toe ring? Wearing toe rings is not just the significance of married women, but there is science behind it. Normally toe rings are worn on the second toe. A particular nerve from the second toe connects the uterus, and passes to the heart. Wearing toe ring on this finger strengthens the uterus. It will keep it healthy by regulating the blood flow to it and the menstrual cycle will be regularized. As silver is a good conductor, it also absorbs polar energies from the earth and passes it to the body. 3. Throwing coins into a river. The general reasoning given for this act is that it brings good luck. However, scientifically speaking, in ancient times, most of the currency used was made of copper unlike the stainless steel coins of today. Copper is a vital metal very useful to the human body. Throwing coins in the river was one way our forefathers ensured we intake sufficient copper as part of the water, as rivers were the only source of drinking water. Making it a custom ensured that all of us follow the practice. 4. Applying Tilak, or KumKum, or Tika on the forehead. On the forehead, between the two eyebrows, is a spot that is considered as a major nerve point in the human body since ancient times. The Tilak is believed to prevent the loss of energy. The red KumKum between the eyebrows is said to retain energy in the human body and control the various levels of concentration. While applying KumKum, the points on the mid-brow region and Ajna chakra are automatically pressed. This also facilitates the blood supply to the face muscles. 5. Why do temples have bells? People who are visiting the temple should, and will ring the bell before entering the inner sanctum, Garbhagudi or Garbhagriha or womb chamber, where the main idol is placed. According to Agama Sastra, the bell is used to give sound for keeping evil forces away, and the ring of the bell is pleasant to God. However, the scientific reason behind bells is that their ring clears our mind, and helps us stay sharp and keep our full concentration on devotional purpose. These bells are made in such a way that, when they produce a sound it creates a unity of the left and right parts of our brains. The moment we ring the bell, it produces a sharp and enduring sound that lasts for a minimum of 7 seconds in echo mode. The duration of the echo is good enough to activate all the 7 healing centers in our body. This results in emptying our brain from all negative thoughts. 6. Why we start with spice and end with sweet. Our ancestors have stressed the fact that our meals should be started off with something spicy, and sweet dishes should be taken towards the end. The significance of this eating practice is that while spicy things activate the digestive juices and acids, and ensure that the digestion process goes on smoothly and efficiently, sweets or carbohydrates pulls down the digestive process. Hence, sweets were always recommended to be taken as the last item. 7. Why do Indian girls apply Mehendi or Henna on the hand and feet? Besides lending color to the hands, Mehendi is a very powerful medicinal herb. Weddings are stressful, and often, stress causes headaches and fevers. As the wedding day approaches, the excitement mixed with nervous anticipation can take its toll on the bride and groom. Application of Mehendi can prevent too much stress, because it cools the body and keeps the nerves from becoming tense. This is the reason why Mehendi is applied on the hands and feet, which house nerve endings in the body. 8. Sitting on the floor and eating. This tradition is not just about sitting on the floor and eating, it is regarding sitting in the Sukhasana position and then eating. Sukhasana is the position we normally use for yoga asanas. When you sit on the floor, you usually sit cross-legged, in Sukhasana or a half Padmasana, half lotus, which are poses that instantly bring a sense of calm, and help in digestion. It is believed to automatically trigger the signals, to your brain, to prepare the stomach for digestion. 9. Why you should not sleep with your head towards north. The myth is that it invites ghosts, or death, but science says that it is because the human body has its own magnetic field, also known as heart's magnetic field, because the flow of blood, and earth is a giant magnet. When we sleep with head towards north, our body's magnetic field becomes completely asymmetrical to the earth's magnetic field. That causes problems related to blood pressure, and our heart needs to work harder in order to overcome this asymmetry of magnetic fields. Apart from this, another reason is that our body have a significant amount of iron in our blood. When we sleep in this position, iron from the whole body starts to congregate in the brain. This can cause a headache, Alzheimer's disease, cognitive decline, Parkinson's disease, and brain degeneration. 10. Why we pierce ear. Piercing the ears has great importance in the Hindu ethos. Many physicians and philosophers believe that piercing the ears helps in the development of intellect, power of thinking, and decision-making faculties. Talkativeness fritters away life energy. Ear piercing helps in speech restraint. It helps to reduce impertinent behavior, and the ear channels become free from disorders. This idea appeals to the Western world as well, and so they are getting their ears pierced to wear fancy earrings as a mark of fashion. 11. Surya Namaskar. Hindus have a tradition of paying regards to sun god early in the morning by their water offering ritual. It was mainly because looking at sun rays through water, or directly at that time of the day, is good for eyes, and also by waking up to follow this routine, we become prone to a morning lifestyle, and mornings are proven to be the most effective part of the day. 12. Choti, Tuppy, on the male head. Sushrut Rishi, the foremost surgeon of Ayurveda, describes the master sensitive spot on the head as Adhipatymarma, where there is a nexus of all nerves. The Shika protects this spot. Below, in the brain, occurs the Brahmarandra, where the Sushumna nerve arrives from the lower part of the body. In yoga, Brahmarandra is the highest, seventh chakra, with the 1,000-petaled lotus. It is the center of wisdom. The knotted Shika helps boost this center, and conserve its subtle energy known as ohas. 13. Why do we fast? The underlying principle behind fasting is to be found in Ayurveda. This ancient Indian medical system sees the basic cause of many diseases as the accumulation of toxic materials in the digestive system. Regular cleansing of toxic materials keeps one healthy. By fasting, the digestive organs get rest, and all body mechanisms are cleansed and corrected. A complete fast is good for heat, and the occasional intake of warm lemon juice during the period of fasting prevents the flatulence. Since the human body, as explained by Ayurveda, is composed of 80% liquid and 20% solid, like the earth, the gravitational force of the moon affects the fluid contents of the body. It causes emotional imbalances in the body, making some people tense, irritable, and violent. Fasting acts as an antidote, for it lowers the acid content in the body, which helps people to retain their sanity. Research suggests there are major health benefits to caloric restriction, like reduced risks of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, immune disorders, etc. 14. The scientific explanation of touching feet, Charan Sparsh. Usually, the person of whose feet you are touching is either old or pious. When they accept your respect, which came from your reduced ego, and is called your shraddha, their hearts emit positive thoughts and energy, which is called their karuna, which reaches you through their hands and toes. In essence, the completed circuit enables the flow of energy, and increases cosmic energy, switching on a quick connection between two minds and hearts. To an extent, the same is achieved through handshakes and hugs. The nerves that start from our brain spread across all your body. These nerves or wires end in the fingertips of your hand and feet. When you join the fingertips of your hand to those of their opposite feet, a circuit is immediately formed, and the energies of two bodies are connected. Your fingers and palms become the receptor of energy, and the feet of other people become the giver of energy. 15. Why married women apply Sindoor. It is interesting to note that the application of Sindoor by married women carries a physiological significance. Modern Sindoor uses vermilion, which is then purified and powdered form of cinnabar, the chief form in which mercury sulfide naturally occurs. In the past, Sindoor was prepared by mixing turmeric, lime, other herbal ingredients, and the metal mercury. Due to its intrinsic properties, mercury, besides controlling blood pressure, also activates sexual drive. This also explains why Sindoor is prohibited for the widows. For best results, Sindoor should be applied right up to the pituitary gland, where all our feelings are centered. Mercury is also known for removing stress and strain. 16. Why do we worship Peepal tree? Peepal tree is almost useless for an ordinary person, except for its shadow. Peepal does not have a delicious fruit, its wood is not strong enough for any purpose, then why should a common villager, or person worship it or even care for it? Our ancestors knew that Peepal tree is one of the very few trees, or probably the only tree, which produces oxygen even at night. So in order to save this tree, because of its unique property, they related it to God or religion. 17. Why do we worship Tulsi plant? Hindu religion has bestowed Tulsi with the status of the mother. Also known as sacred or holy basil, Tulsi has been recognized as a religious and spiritual devout in many parts of the world. The Vedic sages knew the benefits of Tulsi, and that is why they personified it as a goddess, and gave a clear message to the entire community, that it needs to be taken care of by the people, literate or illiterate. We try to protect it because it is like Sanyayavani for the mankind. Tulsi has great medicinal properties. It is a remarkable antibiotic. Taking Tulsi every day in tea, or otherwise, increases immunity and helps the drinker prevent diseases, stabilize his or her health condition, balance his or her body system, and most important of all, prolong his or her life. Keeping the Tulsi plant at home prevents insects and mosquitoes from entering the house. It is said that snakes do not dare to go near a Tulsi plant. Maybe that is why ancient people would grow lots of Tulsi near their houses. 18. Why do we worship idol? Hinduism propagates idol worship more than any other religion. Researchers say that this was initiated for the purpose of increasing concentration during prayers. According to psychiatrists, a man will shape his thoughts as per what he sees. If you have 3 different objects in front of you, your thinking will change according to the object you are viewing. Similarly, in ancient India, idol worship was established, so that when people view idols it is easy for them to concentrate, to gain spiritual energy, and meditate without mental diversion. 19. Why do Hindu women wear bangles? Normally, the wrist portion is in constant activation on any human. Also, the pulse beat in this portion is mostly checked for all sorts of ailments. The bangles used by women are normally in the wrist part of one's hand, and its constant friction increases the blood circulation level. Furthermore, the electricity passing out through the outer skin is again reverted to one's own body, because of the ring-shaped bangles, which has no ends to pass the energy outside, but to send it back to the body. 20. Why should we visit temple? Temples are located strategically at a place where the positive energy is abundantly available from the magnetic and electric wave distributions of north, south pole thrust. The main idol is placed in the core center of the temple, known as Garbhagriha, or Mulasana. In fact, the temple structure is built after the idol has been placed. This Mulasana is where Earth's magnetic waves are found to be maximum. We know that there are some copper plates, inscribed with Vedic scripts, buried beneath the main idol. What are they really? No, they are not gods or priests' flashcards, when they forget the shlokas. The copper plate absorbs the Earth's magnetic waves, and radiates it to the surroundings. Thus, a person regularly visiting a temple, and walking clockwise around the main idol, receives the beamed magnetic waves, and his body absorbs it. This is a very slow process, and a regular visit will let him absorb more of this positive energy. Scientifically, it is a positive energy that we all require having a healthy life. Friends, a lot of Hindu Dharma is explained, which was practiced with advanced scientifical knowledge of conscience, which slowly started diminishing, but criticism is waking up, sleeping Hindus. I hope you like, share, and please leave your comments below for more scientific references to Hindu religion you may be noticed.